Climate change being witnessed globally has been proved to have robust relation with deforestation, with approximately 200 kilometers of forest cover being lost daily. Today we get a story of a community stereotyped nomadic, but one that has clearly stood out and played its part to respond by changing their immediate environment.
Africa's vulnerability to climate change is driven by a range of factors that range from weak adaptive capacity, high dependence on ecosystem goods for livelihoods, and less developed agricultural production systems.
With their cultural practices, they cut down a lot of trees, and they also migrate a lot. So there was a lot of cutting down of trees, and the land was left bare.
Factors that members of the Maasai community in Laisamis know too well, as women here have to trek miles to get firewood from the scattered trees in the savannah.
And if you know the distance, women travel to get firewood, just a backload of firewood, you cannot imagine. It's 12 hours. If a woman decides to go for firewood from morning to evening, that is the only work she will do. You see?
Members of this community are traditionally nomadic pastoralists. They, however, settle down as a result of watering areas being constructed, a start in the evolution of their livelihoods, but also the onset of pressure on forage.
Missionaries develop permanent water sources around here. Then majority of the pastoralists settle down. Then degradation of, cutting down of trees started. And everything was completely finished.
Through training from non-governmental organizations, they are countering the situation in a commendable fashion, embracing a blend of the old and new.
Kwa kila kikundi, hapa tuna kikundi ya kina mama, yani women groups. Tumeanza kuanzisha kwa kila manyata demonstration site. Na mahali yote ambao tutapata shooting ya hii Acacia, tunajaribu kuprotect.
Farmer Managed Natural Regeneration is the initiative that is the weapon of choice being employed.
And FMNR, all it is the systematic selection and management of some of those shoots coming up. We're going to thin, so we'll reduce the competition, reduce the number of shoots, so that the best ones, the strongest ones, the tallest ones have a very good chance to grow quickly.
Sasa tukaona changes kwa compound, ilikuwa mzuri, alafu hiyo nini greens inamea, hiyo grass. Kuna vitu mingi basi tuku kwa nakula. Kwa moto kufuga kuku, sababu hii kuna faida kwetu kama familia.
Planting trees on this terrain is a tough assignment, but the IMARA program under World Vision has embarked on training on ecological management practices such as mulching, pruning, and wind erosion to irrigation, all in a resolve to transform the bare-turned landscape into the leafy savanna it once was.
Because of climate change and population growth and large-scale land degradation, we don't have time, and we certainly don't have the money, millions of dollars, that it would cost to have large-scale tree planting schemes.
Acacia trees are well-known landmarks on the savannah, supplying forage for cattle and protecting local biodiversity by fixing nitrogen and restoring fertility. And a perfect pick for the job.
Some of the quick benefits, when these trees get pods, pods from these trees are very nutritious for livestock. That is number one. When they flower, it is also feed for the livestock. So it took us over 10 years to work on the mindset of this pastoralist, to see what you are seeing now.
So with sensitization and creation of awareness and the community dialogues, the community has started to embrace FMNR. So this one is just protecting the trees that are coming up to allow the land not to remain bare after.
The first step makes the next easier. And if this community is any proof to go by, there is still hope to reclaim the glory of nature, one shoot at a time.
Lower here, I had very big one.
Emmanuel Kutosi, KUTV.
It's like the size reduces.